there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's no
That you are
light.
not seeing
Nah,
light.
darkness.
You're not seeing light.
This
Yeah.
tunnel, Ten Hag and Man United, na darkness full out. You keep going in darkness. There's no light there at all.
Nah, Mara, they see darkness.
No
So probably
darkness.
now why she wear black. Maybe now black devil go to call you now.
No money.
Some say money answers all things, but for Chelsea and their fans, that has not been the case, as they missed a great opportunity to get their hands on the first title under Mauricio Pochettino. A lot of Chelsea fans have complained because of the huge transfer fees that their players came in, and they failed to live up to the expectations in their first final. Well, welcome to Better Sport Podcast, and I am Ife. I'm joined with Amara on this episode as usual. Well, Amara, it's that you're wearing black. Are you mourning Chelsea fans?
Well, I'm not mourning Chelsea fans. I have nothing to talk about Chelsea as a club, because even my club too, I'm not even doing any well. But then last season we went to the final, beat against another defense side, Newcastle United. But then we didn't trek back to Old Trafford without the trophy. Liverpool has the "Never Walk Alone" slogan, but then at Chelsea, 9 trek go house with empty hands.
And that's how they be sometimes. But the thing is that last year's Carabao Cup final had Manchester United and Newcastle. So Manchester United were a side that were like aiming for the Champions League spot, and Newcastle too were pushing in on. So it looked like a two competitive side going into that final. Right? Newcastle had the best season of their life. That was last season. And Manchester United were, Erik Ten Hag came and said that era's come to an end. So he was trying to build an era. But this season now, you have Liverpool who are probably saying their farewells already to Jurgen Klopp.
Not
And you have
probably,
it.
they actually say,
No, I
farewell
mean
tour
like
right now.
it's
for him.
let's just call it like that. A farewell tour for Jurgen Klopp, and against a Chelsea side who also have the new manager, new players, new board, new system, new everything, and that huge transfer. So the final brings up another story behind it. And even before the match, there was a lot of stories regarding injuries, like to Liverpool side. We did not favor the Liverpool and the Chelsea side, because some of them will complain that their side were hit by injuries. The Liverpool fans will complain that their side were hit by
Chelsea
injuries
hit
too.
by injuries.
Of course, they have their captain out.
Nah,
Reece
aside
James was
James,
out.
aside James, more of Chelsea particularly played against a, like call it in Nigeria schooling terms. So children are probably writing their common entrance as probably going to JS1 and junior
If you call
secondary
it now,
schools.
just
Yes,
one
They play against, yes, now they play against people that are probably still feeding. Most of these children actually got a good welcome from their students when they got back to school after that final against
Yeah.
Chelsea. Now, Chelsea for themselves, before the match, Pochettino wrote an open letter to Chelsea fans and probably giving one or two things, some mushy stuff, and gingering them to come all out to support them. And then he
No,
himself
the fans
and his
played their
team,
part, because it was
he
very
and his
evident
team
in the
failed
final.
to deliver what he had in his mind. After all the aspire to Maguire he did,
To the
nothing
fire.
to show, nothing
Perspire.
to show for it. And Chelsea are the first England side to lose 6 straight domestic cup finals. Losing to
It has
Liverpool-
never happened before.
Losing to Liverpool in 3 consecutive times, like back to back to back.
FA
I'm
Cup.
like,
EFL Cup, another one again.
But for Chelsea, spending 1 billion.
I think it's
in
even
the
over 1
span
billion.
of, they just put it in 1 billion euros, and I don't know. I'm yet to, is the money that money spent? Will they spend that money wisely or foolishly? Yes, they are trying to build a squad, but you look at the players they brought in. Aside Cole Palmer, I'm not really seeing any much. Yeah, Kunku was doing well for Leipzig. Cassell had a good season for Brighton.
Yeah.
They are still youngsters. Gusto, this
Yeah, Malo Gusto came
did well
in January
for Lyon.
Lyon.
But then when you look at these players, like they team
Even Nicolas Jackson was actually balling at Villarreal before.
balling.
Yeah, he was balling.
He was balling.
He was
please,
balling.
Please.
Nah,
he
was
wasn't really.
Nicolas Jackson, for record. Nicolas Jackson was balling. He got injured for Liverpool, for Villarreal when they signed him. Yeah, and he came on. He started playing regularly during that transfer window, that January sign. That was when he was scoring goals, helping Villarreal.
Was that the
push
transfer?
up.
Was that when he came to Villarreal? No,
No,
he
that's
wasn't
what I said.
really
I said
let me say, you
I
can't
said
really
he
call
was
him- you
injured.
can't
He
really
was
say
injured.
balling.
He
I said
he was
injury.
He
I don't think
no,
Jackson.
if you
if you
look
watch
at
Villarreal, they played Man United in the Europa final.
Yeah.
Did you have any?
Jackson was not
instance that,
Jackson was not there in
Jackson
that
was-
Jackson
eh,
was
I'm
not there.
saying
I'm
now,
saying that when he
these
got to
players-
Villarreal, he got to Villarreal that particular season. He did not have much opportunity to play because he had
But I'm
injury.
saying that
But when he came
these
back, he was
players do
balling.
not have
He was balling.
experiences.
Yeah.
Now you bring in a
Experiences in the
Caicedo.
Premier League. In quotes.
Generally, appearance-wise, you bring in a Caicedo that just had few seasons in Brighton. I think his appearance quote is not up to, probably before he came to Chelsea, is not up to 50 appearances, probably the Premier League. You are bringing in
Enzo Fernandez
from Benfica, who spent just one season in Benfica, and you're paying them in midfield. Okay, we know that Conor Gallagher actually has played in the Premier League on loan from
Crystal Palace.
And probably loan to other club sides. But then you're bringing these three people in midfield there. Yes. One thing I said before the final was that Chelsea was going to create chances. They have fast and young players. They have young and fast players that can hit teams. Even when they drew against Man United, Man City actually, 4-4 against Man City, they had chances to probably
win the game.
Get the win.
In the
reverse feature, the same thing happened. So for Chelsea themselves now, I don't know, it's an issue even when Potter was there last season. They had the same issue where they creating chances but they're not finishing. They lack experience, an experienced striker. Yes, you said Jackson was balling in Spain or in Villarreal, but he's not balling. Yes, he has scored goals in Chelsea, but he's not the person that if Chelsea wants to do well and win titles, Jackson is not the person that will take them to that place. Nkunku, I'm not even sure if Nkunku is the person that will even take them to that place. In
my defense of Jackson needs another top striker beside him or at his back, because even at Villarreal, like I said, he was playing alongside Gerard Moreno.
I send the sell Gala for Lagos traffic.
The thing is that you can't really expect much from Jackson because.
But you said he was balling at Villarreal.
Yes, balling at Villarreal, you have to come to some slack. It's his first season in the Premier League. You can't. And
the kind of chances created in this Chelsea setup,
Darwin Núñez,
he should score lots of goals.
Darwin Núñez is almost just like Nicolas Jackson. Though
we're not talking about Núñez and Liverpool. I'm talking about Chelsea and the money they've spent so far and singling out each of these players.
If you compare the money that Liverpool used to sign Darwin Núñez in his first season, you almost throw both on his head. That guy, why are you missing chances? You look at don't you know amount of money
the scouts for Chelsea need to carry them to the village square and flog them strokes of cane.
No, you don't need to do that.
Nah.
You don't need to do that.
But aside the players
themselves,
how do you take a coach that never won anything in the English Premier League? He came from Southampton down to Tottenham. He had the Hurricane that was winning golden boots over and over again. Yet he couldn't make anything. Yet people say that Tottenham are cost, and then you probably think someone have not really won much. He went to PSG.
But he left Tottenham and he won.
Went to PSG and won, but then he was sacked. Was he not sacked?
Was he sacked?
Because he was sacked because probably he didn't deliver what they expected him to.
He could not handle the big egos. That was at the time that Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, all of them
the same thing, because PSG are a team that are known for always winning the league there. So now the high hopes they had for Pochettino, because he has worked. We saw how he worked with Southampton and how they balled under him.
Yeah.
The time of Mane, Wijnaldum, Van Dijk, Wanyama, these players, they were good. And he brought, and it's not that they're like a fantastic squad individually. They're not like the best of players, but he brought them together as a team.
Yeah.
And that's what Tottenham saw in him and brought him in. But he didn't
win anything. He made Tottenham.
They tried. They went to the final. They went to the final of Champions League, but they didn't win it.
At that particular time, if you compare the Tottenham players,
they brought him down to Chelsea.
If you compare the Tottenham players at that time
a 1 billion
against
squad.
other teams, Tottenham did well. Now for them even trying to fight for the title against Leicester City, that was even quite of a surprise, because you expected the likes of the Man City, Manchester United, Chelsea at that particular time to. So for them to say they want to go for the title, it means that there was a potential there, but they just could not get it. Now this you have to cut him some slack, because this is his first season.
We're cutting him slack since Southampton.
No.
The clock say one cut slack finish, don't finish. The slack where they cut from, don't finish.
Chelsea fans just have to calm down. You have to calm down. See,
Chelsea are going to their third season trophyless, and this trophy they missed is their chance of going to Europe. Yes. Fine. Now, if they don't fail to finish in the top 6, they are probably going to another season without Champions League or European football. We always know that Chelsea are a team, even in their worst of worst, they actually win trophies, 1 or 2. They gave Sarri his first trophy.
Yes.
They gave Tuchel his Champions League. He lost to PSG. People are thinking, okay, probably Poch will probably nick his own as well, and probably look at it the way
He's
Sari
going
was
to get
admiring
it.
his own medal.
He's
But then,
definitely going to
not
get it.
if on him.
He's going to get it. Might not just be
He didn't
now.
win with Kane.
He's
It's
going to get
Madeke
it.
and Sons. He will come and win with.
He's going
Okay.
he's going to get it. You just have to give him time. That's the thing. You can't rush a building project. If you rush it at the time when the building has gotten to and looking like everything is completed, it's just crumble. I know
Well,
of a building
after
where
the match,
after 12-story building, and before you know
after
it,
the
just
match, he mentioned about he was comparing his side to Liverpool when Klopp came in,
of course,
about how they went to the finals and then they lost Europa League finals.
Europa League final
But
against
they did
Sevilla.
not spend 1 billion naira.
Now
I mean, let's say
it's
billion
quite
naira,
different.
1 billion euros.
It's even quite different because the owners are different too. Now Jurgen Klopp
Why
at
you
that
call am
time,
naira sef?
1 billion euros at that particular time when Jurgen Klopp got there. Come on, everybody wanted Jurgen Klopp because he's darling of Dortmund and coming into the Premier League to a Liverpool side who were quite struggling. They missed it against Brendan Rodgers. He was close to getting title, but they missed it. He could not get it.
I'm not going to compare Liverpool and that Chelsea.
Because
and
I understand.
Chelsea.
I understand your perspective because of the money that has been involved into this particular thing. For the record, Liverpool, when they got in Jurgen Klopp, they cut out some players, but it was not all at once. It took some
exactly
seasons.
what I'm
but
saying.
Chelsea cut out everybody.
In the past 2 years,
like they changed the first
it's
11.
2 years.
Changed the first 11. Changed.
It's going to 2 years
bench,
now
where they had
Coach
over 40
Boy
players in
he's here in the
in-
side
in
now,
the
and then he has signed.
dressing room or
When
what.
I think of the money Chelsea have signed, they used to sign these players, and I sit down and I try to calculate, like check my head, like think of the players like something that is like a huge potential. This player,
It's
like,
huge
like
potential.
when
It's
you enter
money.
the pitch to play against Chelsea, you're scared as a team. No player aside Cole Palmer, like I said, and Cole Palmer because he was from a master academy and he has played under a coach that have sense, Guardiola.
No, Pochettino
But
has
compared
sense.
to
Respect.
if that what you're talking
Respect
about,
Pochettino.
because if
He
you
has
watch
sense.
that final, so there's some coaches that actually do the actual coaching, not just coach for mouth. You actually do the coaching. You're seeing like when things are not working fine for you, you know how to make changes. Some of them as coaches, they're just stealing for a living. They're not working for their salary.
Certainly not Pochettino
Okay,
because
I didn't call anybody's name.
certainly not Pochettino. Whatever you're saying, not Pochettino. But Pochettino is a man that has a record to put in the hard work, and even not getting the results.
Where will Chelsea finish this season?
See, if Chelsea finish
Where would you think Chelsea will finish this season?
probably at most Europa League,
Europa League
at most,
with Aston Villa and
At
Brighton.
at most,
Oh,
like
okay.
at most, least they should get to.
Well, away
Conference
from
League.
Chelsea and into their opponents that they face that used primary six children to actually win the
Not
trophy.
primary season.
Primary six, yes. Jurgen Klopp has to be up there as one of the top best coaches, one of the best coaches ever.
Because he
in
has earned that respect.
Yes. Although I was arguing with people on the day of the final that the time he has spent in England and the trophies or success he has had,
He's not-
I'll probably will say I'll probably
relating
call
into
it
it
like
either.
it's not really like 100. Do you understand? Because he has spent he's one
9
of the,
years.
he's one of the longest
Longest
serving
serving
coach, and he
managers.
has won just one each of all the titles he has. Premier League one, okay, two
He has won
of
Carabao Cup.
Carabao Cup now. But then I think just that final, if for anything, I probably would be doubting Klopp's capabilities or how he's one of the best in the game. That final, the way he scored Chelsea. At some point, he was removing Konate and bringing in some unknown names. I'm like,
Konate
like,
already had a look at it. It was
minus
already
he was
too
still
much in the
bringing
game.
more
Yeah,
from my six children.
I was surprised
Eh?
when he even removed Cody Gakpo and brought in the young striker to
Exactly. So he
it shows that
had
those
the
youngsters have
confidence.
already-
He
they've
had the
done a lot
confidence.
of
People
hard
say
work.
you can't win anything with kids. Well, Man United won with kids
Yeah,
under Ferguson, but then
Even
Klopp
on-
himself
under
also right now
Van Hal.
has done the same thing. Van Hal, we had Rooney. Rooney is not a kid. Please.
No.
Carrick is not a
That's
kid.
starting 11 against Crystal Palace.
Rooney is
How
not
much
a
people that
kid.
play?
Rooney is
Rash-
not a kid. Mata was in that
Rash-
squad. Fellaini was in that squad.
Rashford is a kid. Jesse Lingard was a
But
kid.
they're just small. I'm talking about for the number of
Fosu Mensah was a
children
kid.
in the starting 11 and on the bench against Chelsea.
Now
It's more than what Man United had against that final in FA Cup. But for Liverpool and Klopp, I think the farewell tour, like I said earlier, is going fine and
it's
good.
going well. Started
Because,
on the
like I
good
said,
track.
I said in one of our podcasts that with him leaving this season, the players want to give their
Yeah, all.
all. And he himself wants to leave with like no
Come on,
on high.
you could see the way
Yes.
you could see the way Van Dijk was even very very emotional. After getting that goal cancelled at first, the second one, which when I
That
checked,
referee.
when no,
I said it that
I saw the
I've
rule.
said it. I'll
No,
say it again and again. All these England referees, go and look at AFCON ref. I had the official that match. You put those
actually, that goal was called off for a subjective offside,
okay.
and
He was not the one
it was
offside.
yeah,
It was
not the one
Endo.
offside.
Endo was the one
who,
that
Endo who
all
stopped
those
Levi
rule, all this
Colwill.
new rule where they give. I don't even
Endo
understand.
that stopped Levi Colwill from marking Virgil van Dijk
Mm.
was the one who was offside, and it interfered with the play. That was why that goes off. But the goal, the winning goal, come on, you could just see they could not even celebrate. The energy don't finish. Baba don't run for first half. It was
It was
already
actually
tired.
funny when I saw injured Darwin Nunes
It
on the
was
stand.
injured players.
Nunes on the stand, left the stand and came down to celebrate. I'm like,
I thought you were
Shebi,
injured.
are you sure you're injured? I'm not injured. Which one is doing you? But it's definitely short. It's befitting that
Very, very befitting.
that the players and the coach, the club entirely are
And have to be the
working to
captain to
giving
score.
exactly working towards giving Klopp a fantastic, and he deserve all the honors he's getting because he has been since coming into the side he has been tremendous, like you said, for Liverpool. But my issue is the fact that even with the entire injuries that has
ravaged
his side, you had Nunes out injured, you have Salah, Salah in the stand. You have so many of that.
Jota. Gravenberch was even injured during the match again.
I said though,
Szoboszlai was injured.
That thing you did.
Arnold was injured.
But then for Liverpool,
what about Conor Gallagher?
With all the I'm not talking about the miss. I'm talking about the injury he meted out on Gravenberch. But then for Klopp himself, he has, I don't know, the way he knows how to manage teams, knows how to coach this side, because you know
how to play for him.
You see, not about playing for him. You see these young players from the academy coming to the senior team, and they know exactly what to do. There is the only time you feel that there is a shortage in probably personalities or good players is in their finishing in that match. You know that, okay, these guys are actually lacking, but they were playing. In the first half against Chelsea, they were playing well.
Yeah, of course.
In the second half, like the first few minutes of the second half against Chelsea, they were playing well. Even in extra time, they had small section of the time where they were playing
very
well. And you think, this is actually, yes, it's not like they'll say Liverpool Academy. It's still Liverpool FC as the club itself. But when you check the caliber of players, yes, players for Chelsea are also young. But compared to how much price tag they used to bring these players in, so now they're already playing for their senior team already, compared to Liverpool kids. Now, even the way he brought them in and the setup he has, like every player that comes in know exactly what the coach wanted them to do.
This is where I bring in the Chelsea perspective too, because over the time, Jurgen Klopp has successfully transferred his style of play into the academy, whereby you cannot just bring in any other player and say you want to promote him to the first. No, it was the first game. Conor Bradley got him. The right back. You feel like this is Arnold's incarnate. Like even the next 5 games, he got on to get assists, even scoring, and you just feel like, okay, it's like remove one person out, then you have like 2 other people in the academy. I don't think Manchester United will have that solution, because look at how they suffered against Fulham just by not.
The problem is not about the personnel, because
listen to my point. I'm trying to say that now they are shorted. She had short on left back. If to be a Jurgen Klopp, he's going to look for another left back in the academy.
I think they don't have
him. They have Manchester United have, but the coach has not built in a system whereby he can just face him in. Now for Chelsea, you have to give them time to build the whole team and give them time. Jurgen Klopp did not get this at once.
The system he's implementing in the club, Liverpool, is just like Barcelona. Just like Barcelona, where you bring in a player from La Masia and just slot in straight into starting 11. The system of the coaching has to be, yes, the players have to be, have to show that, okay, small quality. They don't say just the chaff player and they just bring it in, but they have small talents. And then
almost all of them had chances yesterday.
Coaching will show you that, okay, these people are actually a well-coached side. Liverpool are a well-coached, properly coached team. So even if you bring a kid from the under 18s, to come and play in the senior
Exactly.
team. Same
That's
thing
what
with
I'm
Man
saying.
City.
The pattern has been
So,
there.
so for him as a
So
coach,
it's not really a big
Man
deal.
City, it's a big deal actually because some clubs don't have that team. Outside the first team, when you bring in, they don't know how to integrate young stars into the team. Aside, they always know Man U as a club to always have young stars in
Yeah,
starting
coming
11.
in, coming
That one
in.
is aside, but for Liverpool themselves, I see that the way they've played, the chances those young
Those
stars had,
created.
it showed, Klopp just showed the world and even Liverpool board directors that they actually have young
Young
talents that are
they
actually
can
very
do it.
good
They can do
in
it.
the academy. Because we always hear of the Carrington Academy, the Haley Head, that's for Arsenal.
Arsenal.
We have Man City
Man City, City
Academy.
Academy
So
too.
many academies. But
Even
then,
Chelsea
yes,
Academy
we
too.
know we have one or two. We always bring one or two, chunk them out little by little from Liverpool. But then, like Klopp just said, yeah, go
There are
and
a lot
check
of
your
players
eye,
now. There are
check your
actually a
eyes
lot of
in that academy.
Come on, Stefan Bajetic had a breakthrough season, I think last 2 seasons, and the last season was supposed to be his time, even this season too. But then injuries just cut him off.
And then
Even,
kudos to the goalkeeper.
yeah,
He,
Jaume
he
Kenneha.
has Chelsea fans probably don't hate his guts because he was one in goal when they won the previous one.
Yes,
Yes,
the first final
penalty
too.
shootout and
Yeah.
he made saves. So, but then in that match he had close to nine
9
saves.
saves. He had 9
Yes,
saves. 9
and
saves
he
in that
was
particular match.
even Chelsea's goalkeeper Petrovic.
No,
too,
Jordan Petrovic
also
was
very
outstanding,
good.
but he could not do anything
since
about it.
Sanchez, no, he couldn't.
He could
Since
not do anything
Sanchez
about
was
it. He
out
didn't see it
injured,
early.
he has stepped in and he has second choices. And then for Ten Hag, he want to hold on to Onana like saying, I don't know.
That's even the problem with you. But then you just have to give kudos to Jurgen Klopp and also give Mauricio Pochettino time. You can't get Rome was not built in a day, as they say. But for Jurgen Klopp, he has built a system that is transgenerational, which even when he leaves, you will see it, except another coach just comes in and
My own is that
fizzles
thank God that
everything.
he's leaving this season safe.
Me-
Let him go. Let me know
No.
that the Liverpool go back
It's
to being,
actually quite sad.
let him go. So that Liverpool go back to being useless as they were
Nah,
before he
Liverpool-
came in.
Useless scare.
Yes, now. They were actually.
Yeah,
not
but
really.
they know too much.
Leave it like
But I
that.
understand your man, you fan sha.
Yeah.
But you know that if they win the Premier League this season, they are going to go on
They've
par.
recorded already 18 domestic cup titles already.
That's
So,
domestic,
in
like,
England,
overall.
in England, in Nigeria actually, Man U fans are happy that Chelsea didn't win because the noise, the rivalries between the fans of Chelsea and Man United. While in England,
Is the rivalry?
it's the Man United fans
and
that are angry that
Liverpool.
Liverpool actually won because it's the rivalry between Man United and Liverpool and not even Chelsea. Very funny.
It's because they know the green.
All
You know
man
red and blue.
all man for himself. But then away from them themselves, Liverpool, and I hopefully think that they should just keep going after Klopp carry his career and go
Nah.
to Manchester United and Ten Hag. Now we mentioned how Klopp had children come in and they still played. You see, saw a pattern of football
Yeah.
identity.
They all understand what they want to do.
And then for Ten Hag, it's as if there's no certain players in his setup like Martinez,
The team will suffer.
Martinez
Sure.
especially, look sure.
Even
These two
Casemiro
players
at a
are
point.
not in form and playing.
Or injured.
Ten Hag's team just crumble. Like teams that aside as a big team when you're facing
Which big team?
no, as a big team, Man United.
Okay,
When
Man
you-
U still
when you
big
when
team.
you face
Okay, if they won Carabao. Let's just give them their
Manchester
big team, okay.
United
which
is
big
a
team.
big team. Respect yourself.
When last did you touch any
Respect
European trophy?
yourself. The biggest club in England,
When
Manchester
last did
United.
you touch
But then
touch
back to
European
what I'm
trophy?
talking about now. If you face one thing about football is the ability to make it difficult for your opponents to beat
To
you.
win, yeah. Especially
Yes.
on home ground.
But for Man U, they just open. I'm not use that word. They will just open.
You
like
understand?
This, so that you can just open the floodgates and people complain about Onana.
Nah.
Number of shots Man U has faced. I think
Yeah,
We
he's
are-
one of the
we
highest.
are the
He's one of
highest.
the highest. No.
aside
Sheffield
Sheffield United.
But Onana is one of
But
the highest.
that
that
how
has
can they
faced a lot
pepper
of
your
shots.
post? Pepper. Close them now. Close that
Zip your
thing.
trouser.
Close that thing.
Just
Eh?
zip it.
Close your leg. Every time you are opening, and think it's down to the football pattern that Ten Hag is playing, especially this season.
He believes.
Last season, we didn't really see much of this.
Yeah, no, why
But
you
he
didn't see that in
changed-
last season is because they were consistent. All of the injuries were not to those key players that you mentioned. The injuries that were there were
Aside the
to
injuries,
the
no.
subs and
Even
all.
with the injuries last season, you should say a pattern of football that Ten Hag wants to play.
to an extent.
And even the last season, we didn't have a ball-playing goalkeeper. Because I remember they said, even I was saying that if we have a ball-playing
Ball-playing
goalkeeper,
that's going to
we
make
can now
the-
make it easy to
easy,
play
yeah.
from the back.
But now that you have the
Again,
ball playing
I
goalkeeper,
apologize to you for saying that because even normally we know Onana for being very good playing the ball out of the back. Now
Yeah.
his passing accuracy has fallen down because now he has to be going long, throwing the ball.
Because
Everything Ten Hag,
to
Ten
collect the
Hag
ball.
has.
Even when Oyolon
Ah.
was around, I mean, not injured, he would try to give those passes to him, and there are
Every,
sometimes that you get it,
everything,
there are sometimes
everything
you don't get
we were
it.
promised before Ten Hag came in. Is what I'm saying. Because for me,
I
I feel
I think
for
he made it
one
clear
of the-
already now that
no, he said that he can't play what
Ajax
but
that is
like
Manchester United.
the football I was promised when he was coming in as a Man U fan. It's not what I'm seeing today.
Sorry, it
Now,
happened.
Now, for
Nah,
Ten Hag
men-
himself,
nah,
he
some
has a
men they
whole lot. He's not making it easy for people to defend him because his tactics is not. He said he wants to be the best traditional team.
Transitional team, yeah.
And when you're playing ball traditionally, it's not sustainable because you will always be more direct,
No.
fast, and it leaves your midfield open. They counter you if you lose the ball 1 or 2 times. Is it Rashford that will come back and come and track for you?
But why is Rashford not doing that? Why do you, now that you mentioned Rashford?
Not all. If see some one of the good thing about Rashford is that he was giving us the goals last season. Now when he's not scoring the goals, now every aspect of his game starts showing.
But he needs to put in the work.
Some players, even in Man City, for instance, you don't always see Erling Haaland come back every time, come and defend.
No. But then
because he's giving the goals. Now, the moment Haaland stops scoring the goals, now people are complaining that look at Haaland is strolling back. He's not coming back to come and defend because Rashford's Man U played a football pattern that we are always under pressure every time. Normally, you should have not to control
games.
Now, if you're controlling the games, Rashford has no reason to always be coming back to come and defend. I'm not saying you should not come and defend it because it's a team sport. When you lose the ball, you come back and help your teammates.
But look at
defense.
When Højlund is in that position, the boy, include the always dirty. When he no even score goals, he include the always dirty. Not even when he was not scoring.
Lukaku was in Chelsea and was not scoring goals. Yes, you see him sweating every time.
That was sweating and is different from Højlund. Actually, when Man you wear all white, you will know that this boy, now small boy, he does a roll.
But like I said,
but then he puts in the work.
Yeah, he does.
He puts in the work and
Ten
gets
Hag's tactics
the goals.
is not something that a big club like my club should be going through.
But if it was to change, if it was to
to
change to the Ajax style, do you think he has those players?
Main first play and first, we'll see.
Maybe play him.
Play the
Do
play.
you remember
play
there was a time? There was a time. Jose Mourinho. I remember when that particular match, Manchester United versus Tottenham at Old Trafford. Tottenham won that game 3-0. Lucas Moura. I think Lucas Moura scored the hat-trick, if I'm not mistaken. Jesse Lingard played. That was one of the best games of his life. Though they did not score. But Mourinho said after the match, Man United created a lot of chances. They playing sweet football. You like, now this same Man United, this is not more packed the ball. So because a lot of fans, that was the time where people were calling for Mourinho's head that that is too defensive, it's too this thing, it's too that. And he decided to change the system at once. They lost, but they played beautifully. Mourinho now said, this is what you get. You want us to play well. We played well and we lost the game. So nobody should even complain.
But
that one is different.
A different setup.
It's a different setup.
For Ten Hag now, the system is playing now. You see a team. Casemiro every match he's always getting yellow cards. You see Bruno Fernandes.
When are we going to talk about Bruno?
For Bruno,
when are we going to talk about Bruno?
Bruno, the best thing about Bruno is that he does the first thing on his mind.
Yeah, of course.
Release the ball. And the worst thing about him is that he does the first thing on his mind. Because as a player, he needs to know when to hold on to the ball a bit and know when to pass. Not try to always through ball, long ball, shoot shot.
There are sometimes that
there are games that
it works.
There are games that actually Man U want to see out these wins, and Bruno just shoots one useless shot. Like I'm like, what is wrong with this one? And even the captain of the side. There are times that you need him to hold on to the game and to the ball and control better as a captain. Now, what's they complain? Don't hand like this.
But then,
give him unnecessary yellow cards. But it's not about just entirely on the players. Yes, some of these players, in fact, most of these players are terrible, and they're just hiding under the fact that
do you think
they're hiding under the fact that the coach is having a really not so good season. Yes. So, but these players, if we are going to change the coach, because that's something that's happening for the past 11 years. For the past 11 years now, Man U will probably be seen to appoint the sixth manager. Moyes.
Chelsea don't do past that one.
We're going to Chelsea's roads we're going to Chelsea very soon. But now, we can't be going to kind of every 2 years now. Okay, bring a new coach. These same players, they'll start playing well. They'll probably nick in Champions League spots. maybe try somehow squeeze in finals like how they did under Ole Gunnar, and then 2 seasons after, we're back to square one. So if you're not going to sack the coach and not bringing in and at least clearing out some of these players, you're back to square one again. The two have to go in hand in hand. You're changing Ten Hag because he's not giving us the relationship is not working. It's toxic.
For now.
Not for now. It's
now,
toxic.
for now.
I think he's not able.
Funny
He's
enough,
not
all the
able
players
to
they say
take
that
Man
they are
United
behind him.
Back to now. So they
Come
talk.
on, this is second
They were
season.
behind Ole Gunnar. But
This is
they were
second
behind
season.
Ole Gunnar. What happened to what
This is
happened
second
to
season.
him? Leave that one.
This is second
For Man
season.
U.
That was the Gunners. I
Two
think third or
cannot
fourth
see
season.
one can happen and the other one be left there. You can't let go of the coach and leave the same set of players and bring another new coach again. It's still the same circle.
Yeah,
over
they'll
and
just
over again.
start the recycling.
So you
again.
have to simply let go of the coach, and some of these players are not befitting to wear the shirts.
Mm.
People that will wear that shirt, people that fight.
They can kill themselves. They can shed blood.
If you know that
So
you
that
have
they
to
are
wear
a
that
devil.
badge,
So that they're a
red
devil.
devil.
At least you still have your devil is still in the crest. What about Chelsea that the lion has run away? Yeah,
Chelsea,
the lion,
Chelsea-
the lion has run away from the crest.
Chelsea issues that at least they have money they are spending.
So
to buy all these
Manchester United
players.
can settle with the fact that they are giving Erik Ten Hag time to see what he's doing.
I
But why
don't, thi-
can't
I don't,
Chelsea
I don't
fans
think. I
calm
don't
down
think. No,
and give
we are
him
not
time?
giving him time. Not giving him
You're not
time.
giving time. Okay.
No,
Okay,
because
do you think
the
Erik Ten Hag should be
current
sacked?
owner, the new not the new owner, the new
Owner,
part
yeah.
owner,
Yeah.
Jim Ratcliffe, Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Now he came in and for the first time in a while, not really a while, we didn't sign any
Changing a lot
player.
of-
We didn't sell any player.
Or
We didn't buy any player in January
Buy.
transfer window, even for both the male and the female side, because both of the coaches for Man United, Max Skinner and Ten Hag, are under
review.
serious scrutiny. That probably next season we're saying goodbye to both of them because we want the club to grow. And he himself, Ratcliffe said that he've had 6 managers come in 11 years
And it's not
to the same
healthy.
environment. Probably the environment is toxic. He's making some changes to the
Yeah,
club,
making a lot of changes.
but doesn't still mean that say
No,
people are saying
that might be one of the
Glazers
changes too.
are also spending the money. They bought signings.
Which is it
Yes,
the signing of
now.
the coach?
What's in concern
Eh,
who's got the coach? Who signed Anthony?
Now only this Anthony.
Who signed Anthony?
He signed Anthony, but that was not the fee he wanted him to
Who
sign.
signed
him for.
Amrabat?
He signed him now.
Who signed
on loan.
Onana that is selling goes up and down?
Is he the one that said that you signed him for that particular amount?
It's not about the
Eh.
amount of money. It's about the
Now,
profile
the
profile of
profile
players
that
he
he
is
signed.
buying.
Now the profile of players that he's buying, he believes that he can work on there. But now when players
work on them.
when players come in for a huge transfer fee, there is this big expectation coming up that you have to live up to transfer fees. So that's why we keep continuing to play. See,
It's not
as far
about- for
as
me
long
now-
as Onana is breathing, he will keep playing
For
Onana.
me now, it's not about now the
He will
game
keep playing
against
Onana.
Liverpool Chelsea. The two keepers in that final were second choices.
Fine, second choice.
Ten
Second
Hag
choice is
signed Onana and also signed
Bayinde.
second choice himself. But then even when AFCON was coming up, Onana had to play the game against Tottenham
Tottenham.
before going to AFCON. And then he came back and when he came back into the squad, the next game, he started. So why did you sign the second choice? When
That's to
FA
his
Cup,
discretion.
FA Cup, Champions League, Premier League, Carabao Cup,
That's to his
he's starting
discretion.
all of
That's
them.
to his discretion. He probably believes that Onana is the best person for his system at that particular time. That Bayinde will just have to observe at the first season.
If they
and
sack
put him
Ten
in.
Hag and Max Skinner too, both of them, they sack the next season. Interpol should just be at Old Trafford and just
hold them.
arrest them. Yes.
Leave.
Because kind of football they are giving me as a fan.
If you are complaining, what do you want Chelsea fans to do? Now,
Don't put me and Chelsea in the same bracket,
no,
please.
no.
I'm telling you guys now,
At the point this season,
Man
they
U
were doing
and
brother and
Chelsea
sister.
are not
They were doing brother and
rivals. We
sister.
are not rivals.
Well, what
We
do
are
you mean
not
they're not rivals?
Nah, we are not rivals.
Yeah, what?
Man U
Yeah,
rival
brothers.
is in England. In England is Liverpool.
No, of course, no.
So why
in
you calling me
Nigeria,
in Nigeria? You don't consign me.
Man U and Chelsea are
Chelsea
rivals.
and Man U are not rivals, please. But classes above them.
Mm.
Even though yes, we are classes above them. But for me, Ten Hag, our relationship ends it.
So let's okay. It should go. Ten Hag should
Separate
go.
us.
Okay, let's section it. Ten Hag go. Mauricio Pochettino stay or go.
I don't know about Pochettino. I don't even care about him, really, because
What advice?
for-
What
like I
advice
said-
would you give a Chelsea fan? That's put yourself in the Chelsea fan shoes. I know it
no,
cannot
I
even be
cannot put myself
possible.
in that.
Okay,
No,
okay.
no,
Be an
no.
advisor to the board of Chelsea right now.
Let him stay.
He should stay.
Yes.
Fine.
So
What
that
about-
they'll continue
what-
like this circle they are
Oh,
going.
now bad belly. Oh, now wrong advisor. You know, now wrong
Let's
advisor.
tell
Now wrong advisor.
continuous cycle of
I'm
playing
on a
well,
wrong
don't
advisor.
struggle,
I mean-
and end up in outside Europa
Nah,
Cup
like-
Conference League. Just like 10.
I know
Ten.
about from the list, but Chelsea fans listening, remember to put on the comment section. Just what do you think? But Man U fans, should Ten Hag come? Should Ten Hag stay? Or should he leave this season? Chelsea fans, should Mauricio Pochettino be sacked? Or should he stay?
For me, I think Ten Hag's time in Man United has been, I'll not call it entirely a failure, but for the
That's
football,
not
I
been a
was
failure. Come
no,
on, he has the best
Please.
win success rate
for
that any manager has had
leave that thing talking about. We've lost 10 games so far
this season. Yeah, they lost the same thing last season overall. And
overall.
they swallowed more than they
Season
swallowed
still
50,
never end,
they swallowed
though.
52 goals last season, and
We
they
are,
have swallowed
we are
almost
counting
60.
Onana at
That's swallowed
60 right
almost
now,
60.
very soon.
Yes,
Onana
that's
at
swallowed
60.
almost
We are
60.
within a birthday. You know, this
Yeah.
like goals when don't swallow.
Almost 60, but then you don't want
Imagine conceding 60 goals in your first season.
it. They happen.
Jesus
Onana,
Christ.
take it. The guy was almost in that.
This club is giving me BP.
The guy was in that situation, but he had a lot of good players and around him. But you can't say the most of
Like I said,
Onana
Ten
at
Hag's
this
time,
particular time.
Man United, it's not entirely a failure, but it is a failed project.
At least. Well, no, you
Because
can't
it
totally call
is
it.
a
Yeah, it
failed
has not. It
project.
has not ended.
It is a
Don't-
failed
it has
project
not ended.
because
It has not
we're not
ended.
seeing any.
It has not ended. Don't call it
We're
a
not
failed
seeing
project.
they say there's a what? There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's no
That you are
light.
not seeing
Now
light.
darkness.
You're not seeing light.
This
Yeah.
tunnel, Ten Hag and Man United, is now darkness full out. You keep going in darkness. There's no light there at all.
Nah, Mara, they see darkness.
No
So probably
darkness.
now why she wear black. Maybe now black devil I go to call you now.
More money. And it's like I said, I just wore your outfit. More money than any of them. But for Ten Hag and Man United, that relationship should be what? Maybe a breakup.
Hey, so
Breakup.
relationship advice from Amara. Break up that toxic relationship. Break it up.
For Bruno Fernandes. It's God that will judge you.
Oh, don't forget to like. I don't know who the judge will be here, but then maybe no judges wear white and black. She's wearing white and black too. I'm also wearing black. Oh God, I know CMCs, but then don't leave all this drama. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Drop in your comment section, like we said. Who should Mauricio Pochettino leave the club or should he stay? What about Erik Ten Hag? Do you think he should leave or stay? Are those two projects are they the same thing? I said they are not the same thing, but then let me know what you think about that. Thank you so much for joining, for watching this video. See you in the next episode. Bye.